Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's lesson. Last lesson, we learned about the introduction paragraph, which is also known as the I paragraph. And we learned that there were 3 sentences that go into the I paragraph. It's a very, very simple paragraph. And if you remember, let me show you a planning that we did. This is one we did in our last lesson about favorite food. Remember that when we plan, we do an IRC outline, and the I stands for introduction. So that's our first paragraph. So we're still talking about this first paragraph today. Now that you've learned it and we've practiced a little, you're going to get to practice a lot. So I want you to have paper and pencil ready. I'm going to do a quick review, and then you're going to try some on your own. So let's look at the 3 parts of an introduction paragraph. We know that the first sentence is a hook. And I told you that we're going to keep it simple. There are many, many ways to write a hook, but for the next few lessons, we're just going to talk about 2 simple ways, either writing a simple statement or asking a question. The second sentence is where you state those 3 reasons. And the third sentence is your closing statement where you just say something nice about the topic. So let's look at some of the examples that we did in the last lesson, just to refresh your memory. At one point, we had talked about favorite food, and I picked pizza. Here's the planning that I wrote. I talked about I like pizza because the toppings, the crust, and the different cuts, how you can get like triangle or squares. And when I wrote my introduction paragraph, make sure you can see both of these right here. Put this here. Okay, just as a little reminder, my hook says, what is your favorite food? So remember that I have to indent when I start a new paragraph, and I either put a statement or question. So for this one, I put a question. I said, what is your favorite food? Because the prompt was about favorite food. I picked pizza. So I said, what is your favorite food for my hook? That's why I highlighted it in blue. Then I stated my 3 reasons. Now remember, my 3 reasons are toppings, crust, and cut. Toppings, crust, and cut. So I said, my favorite is pizza because of the toppings, comma, the crust, comma, and the cut of the pieces, period. So I said toppings, crust, and cut in my 3 reasons sentence. That's why I highlighted it in pink. And then my last sentence is my closing sentence where you just say something nice about the topic. So I said, pizza is the best food ever. So you can see my 3 parts to my I paragraph. My hook is in blue. My 3 reasons sentence is in pink. And my closing is in purple. Okay, let me show you another example. I know it's always helpful for you to see multiple examples. So that's why I want to show you 3 of them before I have you do it on your own. Here's another one we did, favorite time of the year. I picked summer. And here's the introduction paragraph I wrote. So for my hook, I decided to write just a statement. I indented, that's what this space is here, because I'm starting a paragraph, and I just wrote a statement about summer. I said, summer is the best time of the year. That's my hook. I highlighted it in blue. Then I have to state my 3 reasons. If you look over here, reason 1, that's R1, is no school. Reason 2 is vacation. Reason 3 is weather. So I have to put all those in a sentence. So I said, I like summer because there is no school. That's right here in R1, comma. You can go on vacation. That's R2, comma. And the awesome weather. That's R3. So I put my 3 reasons in a sentence. I highlighted it in pink. And then my closing, where I just say something nice about the topic. I said, I just love when it is summertime. So you can see again, this is my I paragraph. I have my hook in blue, my 3 reasons in pink, and my closing in purple. And I indented just at the beginning. No other sentence did I indent, just at the beginning of the paragraph. Okay, let me show you one more example. I was talking about my favorite animal. favorite animal, I picked dog. There's my planning. And then here is my introduction paragraph that I wrote. You move this over just a little. Okay. And then put this here. So for this one, for my hook, I decided to put a question. So I indented, I said, do you have a favorite animal? Question mark, that's my hook. Then I state my 3 reasons. If you look over here, my 3 reasons are play, tricks, and protect. So I said, my favorite animal is a dog because they can play, comma, they can do tricks, comma, and they can protect you, period. I name my 3 reasons right here. And then closing, just say something nice about the topic. I said dogs are the best. Okay, so you can see my hook is in blue, my 3 reasons are in pink, and my closing is in purple, and I indented at the beginning. Okay, now it's your turn. So I am going to give you a prompt. And I want you to take out paper and pencil. And you're going to do 2 things. First, you have to plan. Because you can't write without planning. Okay. First, you're going to plan. Then you're going to write your I paragraph. Now, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to do this one with you, but here's the rule. You can't pick my item. You got to pick your own item, okay? So I want you to put your pencils down. This is something I call you write, meaning the teacher, and then they write, meaning the student. So I'm going to write first, and then you're going to write. So put your pencils down for right now. And I just want you to watch. Just watch. Write an expository essay about your favorite item that you own. Okay, so I'm going to pick my phone. Do not write anything. You're just watching me, okay? I'm going to pick my phone. Whatever I pick, I put on the I and the C line. And then the first reason I like my phone is because I can communicate. The second reason I like my phone is because the games. And the third reason I like my phone is because the apps. And then for communicate, 2 things about communicating is I can call people and I can text people. 2 things about games is I can play like different card games, and I can also play Candy Crush. And then 2 things about apps. Okay, I can order food with my apps, and I can also order groceries with my apps. Okay, here's how this is going to work. Now I'm going to give you about 4 minutes, not even whole 5 minutes, 4 minutes for you to plan. You are going to pick your favorite item and you're going to plan just like I did, but you can't pick phone. Okay, that's the rule. Okay, so go ahead. I'm going to give you 4 minutes. I want you to plan for your favorite item, but you can't pick phone. But I'm going to keep this up here so you can see mine, but don't pick this. Pick a different item, okay? All right, you may begin. Okay, you should be done planning. Now, you're going to put your pencils back down. And now I'm going to write my introduction paragraph, and you're just going to watch me write mine. And then I'll have you write yours. Okay, so pencils down, back to being my turn. Okay, so I'm going to put this right next to it so you can still see it. Let me make some lines here. Okay. I'm going to get my little sticky note here so we can remember. All right, let's go. So my first sentence is my hook. So I think I'm just going to start with a sentence, a simple statement about my favorite item being my phone. So I'm going to indent and I'm going to say, my favorite item on the whole planet is my phone. Period. That's my hook. Okay, so I'm going to highlight it in blue because that's my hook. You should just be watching pencils down. Oh, my highlighter's running out, but you can still see it. Okay. Now I have to name my 3 reasons. Now my 3 reasons are communicate, games, and apps. Now I can't just say, I like my phone because communicate, games, apps. That doesn't make sense. I have to put words in between. So I'm going to say, I love my phone because I can communicate with it, comma, play games, comma, and use different apps. Okay, so I name my 3 reasons. I'm going to get pink for this one. I love my phone because I can communicate with it, play games, and use different apps. You can see here, I'm just going to do this with a pencil so you can see. Communicate, right here, R1. So right here, R2 is games. Right here, apps is here. I'm not naming my A's and B's. I'm just naming my reasons. Okay. All right. And last, my closing, I'm just going to say something nice about the topic. I'm going to say, thank goodness phones were invented. And I'm going to highlight that in purple. That's my closing. Okay, so I have my hook in blue, my 3 reasons in pink, and my closing in purple. All right, now it's your turn. So you did your planning on your item. You didn't pick phone because that was the rule. Now you're going to write your I paragraph. Okay, couple things. I'm going to keep mine up here because I want you to be able to see all this as you're writing yours. I want you to remember to indent when you start that paragraph. If you have highlighters, it doesn't matter the colors. Choose one color to highlight your hook, choose one color to highlight your 3 reasons, and one color to highlight your closing. If you don't have highlighters, don't worry. Okay, at least write them out. I want you to make sure you do a question or statement, then name your 3 reasons, and then a closing. Okay, and I'm going to give you 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, it's only 3 sentences. It shouldn't take you that long, but I'm going to give you 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, all right, go ahead. And now it's your turn to write your I paragraph using your planning, not my planning about phone. Use your planning. All right, you may begin. Okay, you should have finished your introduction paragraph. Now, I want you to check a few things real quick. Number one, I want everyone to put their finger on their indent space. Make sure you have that indent space when you started that paragraph. So put your finger there. Okay, then I want you to make sure that you have your hook, and at the end you have punctuation. There should be a period, an exclamation mark, or a question mark. Then I want you to double check that you named all 3 reasons. So you can see mine are Communicate Games app. I have Communicate Games app. You can circle them like I did just to make sure you have those 3 reasons. Okay. And then I want you to take your finger and just underline with your finger, just like a pretend underline, your closing sentence. Make sure you have a closing sentence. Okay. That's your introduction paragraph. Told you, super, super simple. All right, now. This one I'm going to leave you to do completely on your own. Okay, write to explain about your favorite person. There's 2 things you're going to have to do. First, plan. And second, write your I paragraph. Just like we just did. Okay, very simple. You're going to first plan and then write your I paragraph. Okay, and here's your prompt. You're gonna do this one on your own. This is gonna be your practice that I'm gonna leave you with today, okay? This is our last time working on I paragraph, okay? So our last time, because next lesson I see we're working on middle paragraphs. We're going into R1, R2, and R3. So you should be really good with planning because we worked on that a few times, and you should be really good at I paragraph. Okay, so this is your last practice opportunity. So make sure you complete it, you plan, you write your I paragraph. Here's the 3 parts if you want to write down these notes real quick. Okay, and that's what you will be working on. I'm going to give you about a minute while I clean up all my papers here. So take any notes you need to take. And then that is the end of today's lesson. So you all are working hard. We are going through each paragraph quickly. You just wait. In a couple weeks, you're going to have an entire essay. And I told you it's going to be super easy. I'm just showing you the parts. We're working on the parts with lots of practice, and you're going to have the whole thing put together. All right, everyone, have a great day. Thank you for attending today's lesson. I will see you at the next one. Bye.